Do you know what this is? Yes, it's a really shit drawing of a pot with some boiling water in it and a lid on it. Do you know why I drew that today? Because I had a client that I was sharing an analogy with about how I experienced my emotions previously. Many moons ago, when I started doing healing work, I remember going to a women's circle and I walked into a group of women that were crying and letting their emotion out, and I felt like my emotions were in my body and it was like a pot of boiling water, and I just wanted to keep the lid on it. I did not want to take the lid off of it because I thought it would just bubble over and all come out and then I would never stop crying. And I see that quite often in many people with their emotions. And oftentimes this happens because we're raised with the view that these emotions are bad and that we should keep them suppressed and we should try and keep them under wraps, you know, all of that anger and sadness and disappointment and all the emotions that nobody really wants to look at, nobody really wants to feel, because happiness and joy are amazing. And as a parent, I'm ultra conscious of this, you know, that we are able to have all of our feelings, and in fact all of our feelings are valid, as long as you don't marinate in them constantly. You know, that's when it becomes a problem. But you know, suppressing sadness and suppressing anger and suppressing disappointment and suppressing shame and every other emotion that oftentimes we don't want to look at is just like a boiling pot of water. It will bubble over. It will make a mess of your stove. It's not pretty. And there's just an easy way to deal with it. Acknowledge it, look at it, feel it, validate it. And if you need help doing that, see a hypnotherapist.